शुक्रिया हज़रात गिरामी। ख़वातीन और हज़रात, हम डॉक्टर अब्दुल कदीर के तमाम नेक इरादों में अल्लाह उन्हें कामयाबी और कामरानी दे, इस दुआ के साथ ऐसा मानते हैं कि उनकी यहाँ तशरीफ़ आवरी अलीगढ़ यकीनन यादगार रहेगी। कहते हैं हम ही में रहते हैं वो लोग भी कि जिनके सबब, हम ही में रहते हैं वो लोग भी कि जिनके सबब ज़मीन बुलंद हुई आसमां के होते हुए। The answers that Sir Syed Ahmad Khan found for the plight of the community were lying in education. The epitome of modern education, I believe, is gender equality, women empowerment and women education. Here at AMU, thousands of girls are studying all subjects, performing in all areas. They become a Khushbu Mirza, they become an Anurag Singh, they become a Surekha Sikri, they become an Ismat Chuftai. I will request for an English speech a BA student from the Abdullah Women's College, Zainab Faiza Islam. Quote, by the word Qaum, I mean both Hindus and Muslims. That is the way in which I define the word nation, unquote, said the man who emerged as the beacon of enlightenment and molded the destiny of an entire nation. The man for whom the glory of the country lay not in the division of its people, nor in the hollow facades of sophistication. It did not reside in gilded halls of fleeting wealth, but in the union of hearts and awakening of minds long kept in darkness. Assalamu alaikum, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Chief Guest, Guests of Honor, respected Registrar, Deans of all faculty, esteemed faculty members and fellow students. I, Zainab Faiza Islam, a 5th semester student of history, am honored to stand here and address you on the 208th birth anniversary of a man who forged his legacy, not by cannons or swords, but by a battle of perception. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, a social reformer, a visionary, a historian and above all an altruist. Syed Ahmad Taqi, born on October 17, 1817 to a family held in high regards by the Mughal court, would one day find himself compelled to the silent pleas of a nation's fractured pride and its yearning for revival. It was the revolt of 1857 and its aftermath that created a stir in Sir Syed's life. He acquired the purpose of his life. The once mighty Mughal empire was in the throes of decline. The Indian Muslim masses were cuffed and bound by the invisible shackles of ignorance. In this critical situation, Sir Syed emerged as a powerful advocate of rational progress and striving to bridge the widening gap in educational opportunities. He realized that without knowledge, no nation could stand with dignity and that education was the key to both intellectual independence and national regeneration. Sir Syed knew that the chains of rote learning and blind traditions could no longer prepare his people for the rapidly changing world. He was single-minded in his approach that education, grounded in scientific reasoning and empirical knowledge, would awaken society and reconcile a people torn by distrust and intolerance. With this fervent zeal, he sparked the revival through Aligarh movement. He published several magazines including Aligarh Institute Gazette and Tehzeeb-ul Akhlaq to awaken people's consciousness and guide them out of the dark abyss of ignorance. In 1864, Sir Syed established a scientific society and found numerous madrasas to propagate the gospel of modern Taaleem along with tarbiyah. The Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, established in 1875, embodied his belief in the harmony of faith and reason. Inspired by Cambridge, he envisioned an institution that combined modern scientific education with moral and cultural grounding, governed on secular principles and open to all. It should be kept in mind that Ishwari Prasad Upadhyay, the first graduate, and Amba Prasad, the first postgraduate, are the prime examples of Hindu-Muslim unity and secularism. So Syed's profound belief in education as a powerful instrument of empowerment remains highly relevant today, echoing in the ongoing worldwide initiatives to enhance literacy and expand educational opportunities for the marginalized communities and to counter the enduring maladies of communalism and intolerance. His aim was not just to educate an individual but to transform society. He believed that when a man awakens to the true worth of education, he assumes the moral responsibility for disseminating it within their family and to succeeding generations, creating a self-sustaining cycle of knowledge, progress, and moral refinement. This was the motive of his reform. It must not be overlooked that though self-effacing, Sir Syed was a quiet believer in women's empowerment. His social resurgence nurtured an enlightened class whose moral vision would carry forward the cause of women's education. Sheikh Abdullah was himself a prodigy of MAO College. In 1893, Sir Syed warmly endorsed Ghulam Saqlain's resolution for women's education and a few years later bestowed the name Tehzeeb-e-Niswa upon the journal founded by Maulvi Mumtaz Ali for women. This reflected his enduring faith in the transformative power of women's enlightenment. His reformist zeal was a call to moral awakening, to nurture minds guided by reason, tolerance, and the courage to challenge ignorance and prejudice. Through these endeavors and his unyielding spirit, Sir Syed wove the fabric of religious harmony and social progress, a fragrance that lingers as his most enduring legacy. He became an architect of a bridge between faiths, where knowledge was its foundation and unity was its strength. Thank you.